Hey, today I want to discuss why bridges can be a great place to fish and why I picked this bridge in particular. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out. Now let's get started. This morning we're at Buffalo Springs Lake, just east of Lubbock, Texas. I'm going to pop the weather conditions up right here for you so you can see what I was dealing with when I headed to the lake this morning. Now, I don't normally fish this particular bridge, and the reason is because there's usually a lot of people fishing it. There'll be 3 or 4 people on it almost every day I'm out there. So it gets a whole lot of fishing pressure. When I got out there this time, there was only one person fishing under the bridge, and I actually didn't see him. He was on the other side, kind of hidden, and so I didn't see him at first. I ended up talking to him, chatting with him a little bit, but I don't necessarily like crowding people when they have a fishing spot on the bank, especially when I'm on a boat. Now, why do I fish bridges? They all have one thing in common, and that's structure. You can see right here in this illustration, it's got grass, it's got rocks, it's got pillars, and that's just what you can see on the surface. But this bridge has another cool feature. It's basically a gateway from one water body to another water body. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look here at Google Earth, to the left of the bridge is a shallow body of water. It averages probably, I'd say, about 8 feet deep. Now on the right side, it gets as deep as 45 to 50 feet. This bridge basically divides the lake right down the middle. Now the bait fish here consist of bluegill, sunfish, there's a whole lot of shad, and there's crappie in this lake as well. And these bait fish love to go over here in this marina, and they feed every morning. I mean, every time I go out there, those bait fish are hitting the top of the water right here in this marina. And here's where the bridge comes into play. In order to get over here to the marina, these shad have to leave this deeper water and travel through this gateway that this bridge creates. Now, not only are you getting a narrowing right here at this bridge from the surface area, but you're also getting a narrowing from the depth. It basically creates a funnel effect, as you can see right here. In order to get from this deeper water over to the marina on the left, these bait fish have to funnel down from 3 different directions. Now on the surface, you can see that the bridge causes this narrowing. All these bait fish have to swim right here through this little area. Now there's plenty of structure here too, which creates a feeding zone, or a bass buffet basically. These bass like to line up on these structure points. Right here they're represented by these red arrows. Now you can see that some of them are lining up on rocks, some of them are lining up on pillars, some of them are lining up in grass. But there will also be these roaming bass that just swim around in the open areas and swim through these bait fish and pick them off that way. Now, how do I target these fish? Well, basically it's pretty simple. You're going to target the structure. You're going to target the pillars. You're going to target the rocks. You're going to target the grass. Any ambush point these bass have to hide and jump out and catch these shad, that's where they're going to be. As far as baits, I think the most important thing in an area like this is probably color. These bass are targeting shad, so you're going to want a light colored lure that mimics a shad. I was catching them on a white crankbait that was about a 10 to 12 foot diver. Now I was varying my retrieve, but I noticed that those fish were either hitting that lure when I was going really slow or when I had paused. That's something you're going to want to pay attention to. Pay attention to the retrieval speed. Pay attention to the depth. Pay attention to if they're hitting it on the pause. On this morning, they were either hitting when I was reeling that lure really slow, or they would hit it on the pause. And that was consistent. That's how I caught every one of those fish. If you're ever out at Buffalo Springs, give this a try. If not, find a bridge that looks like this somewhere and try it there. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, go fish.